going forward. Lionel Messi! Another majestic moment for Lionel Messi.
Right now, Kansas City Stadium is absolutely electric. You can hear it, you can feel it. 68,000 people on their feet, the blue and white of Argentina filling every corner of this arena, and somewhere in the center of this chaos, walking out onto that pitch, is a man who has absolutely no business still doing this at 38 years old, Lionel Andres Messi. 6 World Cups, 6. No man in the history of this game has ever done that. And you know what? Looking at him right now, walking out to the center circle for the first game of Argentina's title defense, he doesn't look like a man attending a farewell party. He looks like a man who came here to finish something. This is what we are going to do today. We are going to break down everything that happened in this match, minute by minute, touch by touch, decision by decision. Because what Lionel Messi did tonight against Algeria was not just a hat trick. It was a statement, it was a history lesson, and it was frankly one of the most surreal 90 minutes of football this World Cup has produced so far. So buckle up, we're going in. Before a single whistle blows, understand what this match means on paper. Argentina, defending champions, Group J favorites, arrived in Kansas City carrying the weight of an entire nation's expectation and the specific hope that this might be Messi's last World Cup and that he finishes it the only way that makes any sense, with a second star on that shirt. Algeria, on the other hand, are no pushovers. They are the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations winners, a squad built around pace, organized defending, and a goalkeeper who carries one of the most famous surnames in world football, Luka Zidane, son of Zinedine. Imagine the story that could have been written tonight if Luka had kept a clean sheet against Messi. Imagine it, but that story is not the one we are here to tell. What made Algeria genuinely dangerous early was their press. High up the pitch, aggressive, not willing to gift Argentina time on the ball. And in the 8th minute, Messi thought he had opened the scoring. He slotted home from close range, wheeled away, arms wide, and then the flag, offside, by the narrowest of margins. For a moment, Algeria breathed. For a moment, the stadium dropped a few decibels, and then Messi just looked up, nodded, and walked back, because he knew, he always knows, there was time. 17 minutes. Watch what happens on Argentina's left flank in the moments leading up to this goal, because the buildup is as beautiful as the finish. Argentina are recycling possession patiently, one touch, two touch, drawing Algeria's defensive shape towards the right side of the pitch. And then the ball arrives to Messi at the top of the box. He has one Algerian defender in front of him, another closing from his right. Most players at 38, after the physical toll this sport puts on a body, after the hours of travel, the pressure, the miles logged in training, would look for the layoff, would look for the safe pass, would, frankly, be forgiven for doing so. Messi does not look for the layoff. Messi takes one touch with his right foot to set the ball, leans back slightly, you can see his body coiling, and then drives through it with his left. It is not a placed finish. It is not a tap-in. It is a thunderbolt. Luka Zidane dives to his right, but he never had a chance. The ball is already in the back of the net before his fingertips even arrive at the corner. Kansas City Stadium detonates, and the number on the screen updates. 1-0. Messi's 16th World Cup goal, level with Miroslav Klose. The German legend who held this record for over a decade just watched it get equaled in the 17th minute of this tournament. Think about what that means. Klose played in 4 World Cups across 16 years to reach 16 goals. Messi just equaled him in his 6th tournament with a left-footed drive from the edge of the box that no goalkeeper on earth was saving. Record tied, game on, and Messi's face? Barely a smile, just a point to the sky, a quick embrace with Lautaro Martinez, and then eyes already forward. Already thinking about what comes next. Bellissima Argentina head into halftime at 1-0. And in that first 45, Algeria actually did some things right. Or at least, they tried. In the 9th minute, Fares Kaibi had a goal of his own, ruled out for offside. So Algeria were sharp going forward, energetic, genuinely threatening on the counter. Their problem was not effort. Their problem was structural. Every time they tried to press Argentina high, the Albiceleste had enough quality in the middle third to play through it. Every time they sat deeper to protect, it gave Argentina time and space to build, which meant it gave Messi time and space to think. And a thinking Messi is the most dangerous creature in modern football. What you also have to credit is Lionel Scaloni's setup. Argentina had enough control without being reckless. They protected the ball, they moved quickly in transition, and they trusted Messi to be the difference maker without asking him to do everything. By halftime, Messi's touch count was disciplined, his movement intelligent, and his goal already in the history books. When both sets of players walked off at the break, the Algerian changing room knew they were chasing this game against the most clinical finisher in World Cup history. That is not a chase you want to be on. Second half, 60 minutes on the clock, and this is where Messi does something that the highlight reels will show you, but that you really need to watch in slow motion to fully appreciate. Because goal number 2 is not about power. It is about reading the game 4 seconds before everyone else in the stadium reads it. Algeria have reorganized at halftime. They are sitting deeper, blocking the central lanes, trying to deny Messi that pocket of space just outside the penalty area where he is most lethal. And for the opening 15 minutes of the second half, it is relatively quiet. Argentina are probing, patient, but not breaking through. And then, 60 minutes, a loose touch from an Algerian midfielder in their own half gives Argentina a quick transition. The ball moves forward, Messi ghosts into the channel on the left side. And I mean ghost, because 2 defenders genuinely lose him for a moment. And by the time they realize where he has already taken 1 touch to control, 1 touch to shape, and the shot is on its way. Low, hard, into the corner. Luka Zidane guesses right this time, but it does not matter. The pace and placement beat him anyway. 2-0. Argentina have the game, and Messi has 17 World Cup goals. He has just surpassed Miroslav Klose outright. He is now, alone, the leading scorer in the history of the FIFA World Cup. Think about that. The tournament has been running since 1930, 96 years of football. And the record now belongs to a 38-year-old man from Rosario, who is standing in Kansas City in the 61st minute of a World Cup group game, being held at the edge of the pitch by his teammates, while 68,000 people inside the stadium and hundreds of millions watching around the world try to process what they just witnessed. Wait, let's put numbers on the board here for a moment, because the context is staggering. Messi now stands alone on 16 World Cup goals after that 60th minute strike. But what comes next in the 76th minute is going to push him even further into territory that no statistician alive genuinely expected to be charting tonight. But we are getting there. First, appreciate this for a second. Tonight is also Messi's 200th appearance for Argentina. 200 caps. In international football, the men who reach 100 caps are legends. The men who reach 150 are mythologies. 200 is something we do not really have a word for in the English language as it applies to football. He has also now surpassed Pele's all-time record for goal contributions at a World Cup, 24, past the Brazilian legend's 21, Pele, the man who won 3 World Cups. The man whose name is synonymous with the pinnacle of this sport. Messi has just quietly, in the 61st minute of a group game, stepped past him, and Scaloni wisely pulls Messi off 3 minutes later. Standing ovation. Every single person in this stadium is on their feet. And beautifully, honestly, even Messi himself looks slightly reluctant to go. He is 38 years old, he is already rewriting history books, and he still does not want to come off. That is not hunger, that is obsession. That is the thing that separates good from great from Messi. But wait, Scaloni changes his mind, or perhaps the read of the game shifts, because Messi is back on the pitch and back in the moment. 76th minute, and here, in front of a stadium that is already vibrating at a frequency that speakers struggle to capture, he gets the ball again. And it happens again. The shape, the set, the left foot, same story, different chapter. The ball goes in. The hat trick is complete. Lionel Messi has just scored the first hat trick of his World Cup career. His first at 38 in his 6th World Cup. In the first match of Argentina's title defense, that sentence requires several deep breaths to fully absorb. He has played in 5 previous World Cups and never scored 3 goals in a single game at this tournament, and he chooses to do it tonight on his 200th appearance in Kansas City against a Luka Zidane, who will have to call his father after this game and explain that yes, Messi is as impossible as everyone always told you he was. 18 World Cup goals. The record does not just belong to him now, it belongs to him by a distance that may never be closed. The reaction on the pitch is beautiful. Teammates mob him. Lautaro, who has been alongside Messi all night, selfless in his running, generous in his passing, wraps his arms around him. The Argentine bench empties. The crowd is in a state of collective disbelief that somehow coexists with the feeling that of course this happened, because of course this is Messi, and of course this is what he does. The full-time whistle goes. Argentina 3, Algeria 0. And the numbers that will be printed on the front page of every sports publication on Earth tomorrow morning. Messi, hat trick, 200th cap, World Cup all-time top scorer, first hat trick at a World Cup. And behind all of those numbers is a performance that was controlled, precise, and in the truest sense of the word, inevitable. This is what Messi looks like when everything is aligned. The team, the occasion, the moment. Algeria were not poor. They were facing something they had no tactical answer for. When Faris Chaibi's early chance was ruled out offside, you sensed it was going to be that kind of night, where Algeria had the effort, but not the luck, and where Argentina had the talent to punish any hesitation. The final scoreline was fair, comprehensive, but fair, and Algeria will regroup. They have players capable of making an impact in this tournament, but tonight belonged entirely to Argentina. Tonight belonged to Messi. So where does this leave us heading into the rest of Group J and beyond? Argentina are exactly where every expert predicted they would be. At the top, in control, with the world's greatest player firing at a level that frankly defies everything we thought we knew about athletic aging. The question everyone is now asking is not whether Argentina can win this tournament. The question is whether any team in this draw has the defensive structure and the collective nerve to stop Messi when he is playing like this. He equaled a record in the 17th minute. He broke it in the 60th. He completed a hat trick in the 76th on his 200th cap in his 6th World Cup at 38 years old. There is no sentence in football commentary that has ever been written that sounds more impossible, and yet every word of it is true and verified and already carved into the record books. This is not a farewell tour. This is a takeover. Lionel Messi did not come to Kansas City to say goodbye. He came to win. And right now on this field, on this night, there is not a single soul in this stadium or watching from anywhere on this planet who would bet against him. Argentina, Messi, World Cup 2026. The story has only just begun. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Every match of this World Cup is being covered in full detail. This is going to be a tournament we remember forever.